or your name?
No, it does not.
Okay.
So as you can see, she's fending off that allegation. James Wronko, as you look at Sharon Cooper, she's someone, by virtue of her appearance, which is striking, that will sit one way with people, another way with people. I was looking at her as someone who just didn't fit the picture of someone who might have been diabolical, like out to get Margaret Rudin or even Ron Rudin, and thinking of her as a school teacher type. But you had a little different take on which school teacher.
Right. To me, she's a school teacher who has a ruler who has no problem whacking you right across the knuckles with it. I don't think she comes across as an innocent person. I mean, she looks almost mean in a way, very strident. Now, that's, you know, my perception.
Right,
Maybe it goes back to someone, but, you know, I mean, a murderer, well, you know, there's no picture of a murderer that fits everybody, but she doesn't look like a particularly nice person.
And it's interesting because, see, I sort of, when I looked up at her when I was downstairs in my office, and I thought, well, you know, this is a woman who looks like she could be out in the kitchen baking bread. Now, we're making all of these generalizations, but these are also the generalizations that jurors make when they watch someone.
Right, and before I came on air and I was sitting outside in the room waiting, I was watching her for probably a half hour, and as I'm watching her, I'm saying, I just don't like this person. I just don't have a good reaction to her. Now, it doesn't mean she's a liar, it doesn't mean she's a conspirator, but in that 1/2 hour, that was, you know, my impression. And, you know,
so if you had, as we just listened to John Marmot tell us about all the things that the trustees may have done then, or may have not done, I think that's really what it was, that they didn't go follow up certain leads, and they didn't do this, and they didn't do that, and everything was then what they did do was they shut Margaret Rudin out, and that she, just like with Sandy Murphy in the Binion case, you can very well picture this woman doing exactly that.
Right, as I looked at her before and then heard him describing, you know, kicked her out of her house and wouldn't even pay off the credit cards. So yeah, that fits the bill.
Very interesting. So it's too bad John Marmot isn't doing this cross-examination. We're going to return to Sharon Cooper's testimony again during direct.